Alright, I think we are live, but let me check the sound. That looks to be good. Alrighty. So, sound is good. How's it going, guys? We're going to look at ElonOne. We're going to look at JASMY. We're going to look at Bitcoin. Those are the three I wanted to look at today. If you guys have any requests or are new, I appreciate if you like and subscribe, and we'll take some requests in about 5-10 minutes. So, I'm going to do a quick update on what Bitcoin's doing, and then we'll look at JASMY, and then go over to ElonOne in probably about 10 minutes. So, Bitcoin currently on live support at $45,747. Clearly broke to the downside out of this this rising wedge. And usually 68% of the time when it's a rising wedge, you break to the downside. That's what happened. It hasn't been a huge breakdown, but you definitely did not break to the upside. Let me go to the 4-hour chart on Bitcoin. So I had resistance here at 47K. The next target to the downside I have is drawn at 44,563. And then I also know at 43K you have support. And the 236 is at 43,239. So that's where that next support would be on Bitcoin. So the next target to the downside, though, is 44,563. That's how I see it. If you don't hold that, like I said, you'd be looking at 43.3 as your next target to the downside. To the upside, you have to get above $46,951 or 47K if you want to round up. Let's see how the RSI is looking at here on the 15-minute chart for Bitcoin. Bitcoin is overbought on the 15-minute chart. The 1-hour chart is actually, it's trying to get the bounce on the 1-hour chart, so that is bullish. Short term, the 4-hour chart, it looks like it's about to bottom on the RSI for Bitcoin, so that's a good sign for a possible reversal. Now the daily chart still has a little more downside it could go, and the weekly chart is definitely overbought. But daily chart's trying to reset. I probably, with everything we just looked at, I'm gonna say we're gonna come down to 44.6 probably, and then you either get the bounce or you're gonna fall to the next low, which is 43,300. Short term, that's not going to be good for a lot of the altcoins, but that's just kind of what's on the table for Bitcoin this week. So this week we might consolidate, and we'll probably go down a little bit. Maybe by the end of the week we can hope for a push up on Bitcoin, but short term Bitcoin looks to be a little bit bearish. From these two last green days you had on Bitcoin, you're now pretty much getting a bearish engulfing candle to the downside, confirming the move is going to go at least to 44.6 and possibly a little bit lower. So with Bitcoin looking bearish, let's go see how JASMY is looking. I know JASMY looks awful. I personally got into a trade on JASMY at 3.6 cents. Now it's at 3 cents. I did sell some of it at a loss, but at this point right now, I am keeping a small bag, hoping it goes back up and then does way better. Because if Bitcoin goes to 70+K later this year, which I do anticipate happening, JASMY will at least hit 10 cents in my opinion, bare minimum. If not the recent all-time high of 34 cents last year. So the next target for JASMY to the upside is 3.3 cents, but I'm not going to be bullish really on the daily time frame until JASMY's closes the daily candle above 3.6 cents. And to the downside, the next target below 2.9. I made a video earlier today saying if JASMY doesn't hold 2.9, you're going to look at 2.3 cents, or 2.3 cents will be the next target for JASMY. If you don't hold 3.9, or 2.9 I should say. So RSI on JASMY is looking like it's trying to bottom. 15-minute chart is going for a move up. The 1 hour is just basically chopping people up, going sideways. It's not going down or up really, at least not over the last few hours. The 4-hour chart is just going straight up, which I'm very surprised about because the price isn't doing anything. And the daily chart is ready for a reversal. Looks like a bottom out, and the RSI is about to go up on the daily chart. So I do think JASMY is very close to a bottom, but if you don't hold 2.9, it's going to go much, much lower. So daily chart gives me hope that 2.9 was the bottom, but we'll have to see what happens from there. So JASMY right now, you have to get above 3.6 to be really bullish. 3.3 is a small stepping stone in the right direction, but you really need to get above 3.6, and that's how JASMY is looking. I'm going to go over to ElonOne, then I'll take requests. We can look at Quant in a minute. Yep, so let's do that. If you guys are new, appreciate if you like and subscribe if you guys are new. All right, so let's look at ElonOne. Yeah, so it had a big drop. Let me go to the 1 hour. We'll go to the 4-hour candle. So obviously you had a small sell-off. I don't want to say it was resistance, but you did hit a fib line up there at 61 basically, or just short of that. And now you're targeting the next target to the downside is 30 or 31. I think the 236 fib is right here at 30, and my entry point was 32. So right now, short term doesn't look great, but hopefully we can get some buys and push us up because if we don't, 31 is on the table and possibly even 30. I don't see us going below 30 unless there's another delay, which I don't anticipate happening. James, one of the mods, and the ElonOne confirmed that that everything was ready to go, and they're just, I don't know what they're doing, what they're waiting on right now, but he confirmed that it's ready to go, and they're fixing 1 or 2 minor things, which I don't know what that means, but most of it's ready to go, I guess, is from what I heard. So that makes me more bullish, but I think at some point we get a preview at least of the marketplace. I just don't know. I don't think we're going to get anything more than that this week. So JASMY's now to that 98%. Whatever. It's not looking great for JASMY. So that's JASMY, or ElonOne. Definitely still bullish on this, especially because they haven't even launched anything yet, and yesterday it was up almost 100%. So with that being said, let me go over to Quant because someone requested that. Alright, so Quant, I have to redo the fibs because it's gone up a lot since I last looked at it. If I do this on the daily chart, I'm going to do it from the top, which was $146 without using the wicks, and the bottom without using the wicks was $106. So 106 to 146, I believe, was kind of the area. If you're above 130, you're bullish. You're just above that. If you lose the 618, because that's where the 618 is at $130, that's extremely bearish. And I would be pretty much saying if you lose that, you don't want to be in the trade. So I would have a tight stop below 130, because if you don't hold that, I mean, anything above the 618 is really bullish. Anything below it is not. You've already had several touches off the 618. As of right now, you're holding it at support. You got one touch here on the 1st of April, and then you got another touch today, I think, off the 618. But I don't know if it's going to hold if it touches it multiple times. You really want to see the bounce off the 618 on the first time, on the 1st. So we'll see what happens. Especially if Bitcoin goes down, though, then this is going to go much lower. Then you have the 2 through 6 fib at $115. And then, of course, the local low all the way down at 105. And you had the wick, of course, down to 92. But I don't see you losing 105 unless Bitcoin loses 43.3. So that's a ways away. But the 618 is in jeopardy of being lost. So anything below $130 is not bullish on Quant. If I do the fibs from the other direction, if we want to look for targets to the upside, if that's where you think we're going, which short term I don't see that happening. But if you want a new target to the upside, the next target above the recent high would be $159, and then you'd be targeting $178 after that. So Quant right now doesn't look great. Let's go over and look at the RSI. The 15-minute is overbought a lot, so probably would not want to enter a trade yet. The 1 hour is ready for a bounce. It's getting the bounce, and the 4 hour is ready to go up. It's bottomed out, and the daily chart is going down. So overall, it could be near bottom. We'll see. If it holds 130, that'd be a good entry point. But if it doesn't, it's really bearish. Doesn't mean it's confirmed if a mod tells you. Well, it means that the marketplace is ready to go for ElonOne. It just doesn't. I don't know. They said there's another bug they have to fix, which I don't know what that means. And given how many delays there have been, it's hard to know. But I am still bullish on it. I'm still holding it, and I'm not going to sell it. You know what I mean? I got my entry point was 32. I'm not going to sell it. It just doesn't make sense to me. I'm so bullish on ElonOne. Jamie says estimations of price on minting and launch announcement. ElonOne, great breakdowns, by the way. Appreciate it. So yeah, I think if we get even a preview of the marketplace, it's going to go to an all-time high. Yesterday, with no confirmation of anything, we went up almost 100%. So, and for the week, I think we're up at the peak 350%. So I expect big things from ElonOne. I think even on a preview of the minting, we could honestly go to all-time highs. And all-time highs would take you, that's, I think, from yesterday's high, that was like a 2.5x. But from here, it'd be even more. So the all-time high with that wick was 16.8, basically 16, and the current price is 3 right now. Yesterday it was 6. So 16 divided by 6, that's just over a 2x. From here, 16 divided by 4, that's like a 4x to an all-time high, which I think is going to happen if we get a preview of the minting, you know, and after we launch and everything, I expect at least $1 billion market cap, at least a few weeks after launch. So that's kind of my targets on ElonOne. Very bullish, and I'm not going to sell it right now. Although, you know, it's crazy to see the price action in your portfolio of how volatile it was and how much money I could have made if I sold the top and bought the bottom. You can't know when it's going to start going down, especially if it's in price discovery, which it wasn't yesterday. But yeah. Can I do Coinbox? Is that what's okay? Coin BOX is the coin. Is that Box USDT? I can do on OKX. So let me just see what the chart looks like. Actually, yeah. So Box USDT, let me know if that's right. 3-day chart. It looks like it's just going down, to be honest with you. The weekly chart, let me look at the weekly chart. Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like to me. But, you know what, we'll do TA on this. So, I'm going to go off of the top, which was at $25. Oh, crap. Hold on. Let me figure this out. So I guess on the daily chart, the top was a little bit higher. The highest daily candle close you had was $29.50. And then I'm doing it from the bottom, which was basically $1.75, I believe. About that. So if I zoom out again, the 236 is all the way up here at $8.32. So that's your next target to the upside. I think if you get above that, that confirms the bottom is in. But that's a big move up. That's a big move up. It is saying on the daily chart, the Quant pins are showing it's looking bullish. So that probably is a bottom down there at $1.80. But I don't know anything about this. So the chart looks like it's just basically gone straight down though, because the high was $29.50, and since then it hasn't done much. But you got a few small bounces, and I mean, yeah, you had a few small bounces, but it never lasted more than a day or two, so that's what worries me. So charts like this don't look very bullish to me, but the 236 is up here, $8.16. The 618, which is then be really bullish, like on a weekly time frame, kind of bullish. That's at almost $19, so that's a ways away. But you have to go up quite a bit for me to be bullish on this. I would need to see a strong bounce for me to believe that this thing isn't going to go to zero based on what the chart looks like. So box right now does not look very good, assuming I'm looking at the right coin. So that's kind of all I got on the crypto markets. If you guys enjoyed it, I appreciate if you like and subscribe. Next time I'll be live will be Friday, 4:30 p.m. Central Time. If you guys have any last requests, let me know. Otherwise, that's kind of all I got. I'm going to end the stream then. So thanks guys for joining. Have a great week, and hopefully ElonOne continues to go up. So if you guys have any other last requests, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to end this stream too. Yeah, that's kind of all I got. At least we're getting a few buys now. If we get above 40, I'll think the bottom's in on ElonOne, and that's what we really need to see, is at least get back to the 4s, and that'll give me some hope. So, but with that being said, that's all I got. Thanks guys for joining, and I'll see you guys Friday. And if ElonOne goes parabolic this week, or we get like a launch, a preview of minting, or a preview of the marketplace, and it's just going nuts, like a few 100% a day, I'll probably do a live stream during the middle of this week. But otherwise, next time I'll be live, I'm planning on is Friday, 4:30 p.m. Central Time. Until then, trade safe, have a great week, and I'll continue to make videos on ElonOne. All right, guys, I'll see you in a few days.